Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I'm back with more no-contact success stories. I know that these are very helpful when you are in no contact and you wonder if you will ever hear from your ex again. And with these success stories, you'll see that indeed people do hear from their exes after no contact, during no contact. So stay tuned. But before I do start the stories, I want to tell you to be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And while you're at it, tap the bell icon so you'll be notified when a new video is up. All right, let's get started. The first one says, Lucia, I've watched your videos for 2 days and it has changed the way my brain is wired. Well, I doubt that. It's not that easy to rewire the brain, but I thank you for the compliment. Here are the ridiculous things I was doing or planning to do to get his attention before I discovered you. Note, he does business with my family, so I can easily justify to myself non-romantic connections with him. So let's go down her list. She says, attend his New Year's party, throw a super friendly smile and big hug when I see him at his party. Ew. Give him a small birthday gift or say happy birthday. Ew. Friendly likes and comments on his Instagram and Facebook posts. Ew. Friend requesting his friends on social media. Ew. Only comment on his social posts about music to make it seem like I'm just really into music. Ew. And finally, making a funny video about a mutual interest of ours and send it to him. Yeah, that would not be that funny. The results of that would not be that funny. At first, I told myself that social media activity didn't count as breaking no contact, and then I got real, thank you, and reset the no contact date to 2 days ago instead of 3 weeks ago. The truth hurts. Yes, but it will set you free. I also immediately removed myself from the Reddit no contact sub because it's full of useless information and victim mentality. I am not a doormat. That's right, girl, you're not. You got me out of a deep funk. You switched on the foxy lady in me just by giving me tools and information. If he comes back, I know what to do. If he doesn't, I'm fine. I love the way you chuckle at our silliness. It really is pretty simple when you have the knowledge. That's right. That's why I chuckle, because to me it's so simple and you guys are making it so hard. It's like you're asking me, what's 2 + 2? And I keep telling you, well, it's 4. And you keep fighting with me and debating me and questioning the validity of that and saying, are you sure? I don't know. I heard that 2 + 2, sometimes it can be 3, sometimes it can be 5. I don't know if 2 + 2 is 4. And I'm like, yikes, 2 + 2 is 4. Take my word for it. So that's how I feel. And so that's why I chuckle. Okay. The next one says, I followed no contact as advised by you, and bam, on day 62, he's back. It was a bit over a week ago, and now he's been in touch, writing how he misses me, etc. I bet 99% he wants me back. Not sure on my side, to be honest. So no contact works, and the timing is spot on. Thank you for your advice. You're brilliant. Thank you. The next one. I'm following up with you on my case. You had advised me to block my ex, and I did. I blocked him September 29. During this time, I used it to focus on me and not worry about him. Well, day 58 came around and I have not heard from this man, so I decided to unblock him on day 58. Well, guess what? What? An hour later, guess who sent me a message that they missed me and always remember me and the good times we had. He was sad and said he wanted to see me. I responded politely and said thank you. We'll see what happens next. But this macho man who never begged any woman begged, baby. Thank you, Lucia. You're welcome. That's what happens. See, people think, oh, no contact's not going to work on this person. Blocking's not going to work because they've never begged anybody. Well, there's always a first time. Okay. All right, moving right along. On day 70, she apologized and said she was sorry that she hurt me. She thought it was the right thing to do at the time, and she wanted to know what to do to make it right. I did not accept her apology per se, but instead worded my response with, I appreciate it and I hear you. I told her I was hurt, but got through it and I was doing great. I respected her choice at the time, but have healed. She did not reply. For the first time, I broke no contact and sent her a picture of the moon. We used to always talk about how we liked a full moon. And said, I'm willing to give it another try if she is. She agreed excitedly. But I did follow up later with a list of rules/standards I would not put up with, or she would never hear from me again. We've been talking and communicating nonstop. So another success story. By the way, no contact really works. Patience is the key, along with taking the time to better yourself mentally and physically. Good for you. And he did something which I always tell people to do when most people don't. They just jump right back into the relationship. And that is, you need to work on the things that were issues. And this guy did by having his list of rules/standards. Okay. The next one says, my relationship was short-term and long distance. The no contact rule works every time, even with long distance. I learned about this 2 years ago and had success every time. The trick is to stop contact as soon as possible. For those who are worrying if your ex will sleep with someone else or date around, well, they probably will. But contacting them won't make it better. That's true, and it won't stop them either. Maintain your distance. Trust me, with time and space, your ex will start to miss you, and they will compare this new person to you, and you're so valuable, they won't compare, and they will start to regret their decision. You want to make sure your ex feels like you're gone and moving on with your life, and you're getting better and better, which you are, because that is what no contact is all about. It's for you, not to play some mind games. It's so you can focus on yourself and get better. If your ex was attracted to the old you, don't you think they'll be even more attracted to the new you, especially because they weren't involved in your growth? Cue in curiosity. When you message your ex again, be positive and don't bring up getting back together. Well, you shouldn't be the first one to message your ex, so I'm not sure what she's talking about here. Flirt, but not in a way where they think it's more than just flirting. Let them come to you, and if they don't, well, you just saved yourself a lot of time. So stay strong, peeps. All right, I have a few more. The next one says, I started no contact on January 8th after my boyfriend told me he wanted to end things because we were fighting a lot due to my stressful lifestyle. No, you were not fighting due to your stressful lifestyle. You were fighting because you guys don't know how to communicate properly without fighting. Lots of people have stressful lifestyles and they're not fighting and breaking up. Continuing on, he called me almost every day for 2 weeks the first 30 days. Then he called me on the 29th of January and then my mom. So I think these guys are young, probably in their early 20s, maybe even teens, who knows, because if you're 40, you're not going to call your ex's mom. That would be funny. Called my mom, telling her, we just had a little fight. And he was the one who constantly misunderstood. He called again on the 18th of February. I didn't respond, and you told me I should respond next time. On the 25th of February, he called my mom again, saying I'm not responding to his calls. Oh my God. And that I'm right to do so because he was wrong and made a mistake. It just so happened it was also my birthday when he called again. When we talked, he sounded humble and he told me he made a mistake, that he wants me back, and that he was a fool. Just what every girl wants to hear. He even called me again after a few hours because he was so happy he got to talk to me again. No contact works. Yes, it does. And then the last one, and this is from a client of mine who got his girl back. After speaking to you, I went to no contact, and after 4 days, even after she reached out a few times, she began to panic and started calling me, texting more frequently. After those 4 days, she insisted on seeing me. Slowly but surely, over the last month, we have spent a substantial amount of time together, following your details from your other videos and following your advice, of course. We're almost back to the way it was during our best times. That's great. We've developed a new level of respect for each other, and our communication is the best it's ever been. This Valentine's Day was our third together and the best yet. See? So sometimes when you break up and you get back together, it's even better. So hopefully these have been helpful to you. If you have a no contact success story, please feel free to comment below. And if you are interested in private coaching so that you too can get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If you found this video helpful, remember to like it and also to share, and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.